Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? Good night, good night, good night. I know a lot of people are sleeping and stuff. There's probably a lot of people that's awake. Um, there's people that's covering this Sebastian Rogers story 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Um, it's just so sad to know that he went missing February 26th on a night in which the temperatures was about 30 degrees in the upper 20s. I can't remember if they said it was snow on the ground or not, or ice or something. But it's just, to me, a kid with autism, that, I mean, they would wear clothing. They would wear shoes. They would wear um, the right clothing, for them, to keep them warm because they're so sensitive to cold and stuff and sensitive to things to touch. And some of them sensitive to what they eat, and they stay with the same routine. How do I know that? My spouse is autistic. There you go. Um, but there's been a little bit of a twist in this situation here. I know most of you have found out about it, about the allegedly PI guy, should I say. um, and he brings somebody out there with him to go searching in the woods. Uh-oh, they got something illegal with them. I ain't saying what. I don't know. But it's some kind of D. Would I want anybody out there looking for my child or for my stepchild that's heavily intoxicated? No, don't think so. Not in my lifetime. No. It's just, and that, to me, that just raises another red flag. They're just trying to throw Seth off and Tony off. They're trying to do everything they can to throw everybody off. They want to silence Bullhorn Betty. They want to get Bullhorn Betty locked up. And we all know this. And it's not, she did not harass them. We saw it on camera where the Terry Bowersox harassed her. She did not harass them. I don't care what anybody says. Bullhorn Betty did not harass them. They harassed her. There is no law nowhere that states that she could not that she could not drive up Stafford Court. That is a state-owned street, and it's public. Now, I understand if you're riding by, you're obviously up to something no good, but that doesn't seem to be what Bullhorn Betty was doing. She just rode by and then she come back through. That's not illegal, fellas. There's nothing illegal about that. That's like the street that I live on. The property here is private, but the street is public. That's just it. I mean, I can't stop people from coming down my street that I don't want coming down my street. As long as they don't come up into my apartment, that would be, don't come here, CP. Don't come here, KP. You ain't wanted here, allegedly. You ain't wanted here. You ain't even wanted in my state. In fact, you ain't even wanted in your own state. You're not wanted by nobody. We're out wanting you to be out finding Sebastian, looking for Sebastian, which you should have been doing since day one. But no, Mama Prophet, she's too sensitive, I guess, to the cold, and she just can't stand to be outside. And then when it comes summertime, it's like, oh, it's just too hot, and I can't go look for my son. No, bull. She didn't even try to go look for her son. She made no plans to go look for her son. So she drove through. I mean, a parent, when they go to a school looking for their missing child, what would you do? You would stop and get out, walk into that office, and tell them to search every classroom that Sebastian Rogers was in, if not the whole building. That's what a real mom would do. After that, this is prior to calling 911, that is. I mean, after calling 911, that is. Call 911 first, let them get out there on the scene, and then, you look for your child. Let law enforcement also go with you to look for your child at the school. Nothing ever came out that way. She just went up there to the school and just circled around and went right back out. She never stopped. That's a red flag. And then she went back into the neighborhood. She didn't really canvass, I don't think, 5 miles radius. I mean, anywhere within 5 miles outside of that home, which probably would include parts of Hendersonville. Because I don't think they might be 5 miles out of Hendersonville, but I don't think they're that far out of Hendersonville. Law enforcement could have done better, I believe. Should have done better. Eric Craddock is, I've said it 1,000 times how I feel about Eric Craddock. I don't like him. I don't think he's a good leader for the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. I think there needs to be a new one. But going around here, communicating threats and stuff is just wrong. And in my opinion, are they using their private PI to do this, as well as their YouTube sleuths, YouTube supporters? Yeah. Are there some YouTube supporters that may know where Sebastian's at for the Proudfoots? It's possible. Allegedly, I believe they know more about than what they're saying. I will not change my tune. There's nothing going to get me to change how I feel about this. It's sad for Seth, and it's sad for Sebastian, and sad for Seth's family. Katie's family, I don't consider the Bowersox Sebastian's blood kin. Katie's family didn't have nothing to do with Sebastian. They're too busy in VB doing their drugs. Excuse me. But my thing is, did they? Is it possible that Sebastian was taken eastbound, like toward the mountains, and put in a home up there somewhere? Or I just don't think so. I really don't. But I mean, if you're gonna put him in a place where it's really remote and you don't want nobody to see him, it would make sense to maybe somewhere in the mountains. That's one reason why everybody, even I thought that was that image of Sebastian in the mountains of North Carolina was Sebastian, but turned out to be it wasn't, and unfortunately, um, the mother of that child had so many threats and stuff that she had to close her Facebook. Unfortunately, she probably had to create another one, but that's just where we are. That's just where we are. It's just how low will people get? You know, they don't know stopping grounds. These YouTubers that are not supportive of Seth, they don't know how to stop. They don't know when to stop. But yet they're out seeing 10 months later searching for Sebastian. Why won't this released way earlier than 10 months? Why won't this released then? Why won't you guys out there helping, you guys and Chris out there doing it then instead of now and posting it for a picture for everybody to see? It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. Nothing adds up to this. Everything that comes out of Chris's mouth is nothing but a complete lie. Just like him being at home at 1 o'clock that Monday. No way it took him 7 hours to drive a 3 hour and 37-minute drive. Come on now. No. And this PI guy that they've got, he's violated the law so many times it's not even funny. And I think he's a fake. Can't change my mind about that. Excuse me. I might get a thing in the mail or something, or a notice or something stating for me to shut my mouth. But I'm not going to. I will change names of the, so that way I'm not saying their names, but I'm not going to stop putting Sebastian's name out there. I will not. I refuse to. I don't care what the Proudfoots think. I don't give a damn what the Bower Sox thinks or anybody that's affiliated with them. Friends, family members of the Proudfeets and Bower Sox. I don't care. The only one I care about is Sebastian and Seth's family. That's it. And the people that have supported Seth. I mean, this drama has become completely unhinged. And releasing his information like they did, like J4J did, is the most despicable, inhumane thing that a person can do. I wonder how J4J would feel if somebody released her private information. I just wonder. She violated HIPAA law. She violated so many laws by doing that. That's up to Seth what he wants to do with it. Seth is he's a warrior. He has stayed strong, done his very best to stay strong throughout this whole entire situation. Something that most fathers wouldn't do. And I'm glad that he's doing that, because he's not giving up on Sebastian. He never will. And for those that don't like the fact that he will never give up finding his son, well, I'm sure he'd tell you right now to kiss his ass. Because just like any normal father, if my son was to walk out that door and go missing, and I didn't see him walk out that door at the time, oh, my ass would be out there looking. That's just it. I would be out there looking. I would be on the phone with the police and all that. And I would have dialed 911, not the sheriff department. And also, the very first person after that I would have notified is Seth Rogers, who is Sebastian's dad, not Christopher Proudfoot, who is only the stepdad. The real dad should have known before the stepdad. Got that, Katie? Got that? She just... And I know that her and the Sumner County Sheriff's Office did not want that video dropped by Nick Barris, because at least it gave us some kind of a little bit of clarity that there was something going on around that house. We just need to find out more about who it was, what kind of car it was. Somebody knows what kind of car that was, or SUV that was believed to be, allegedly, at the end of Stafford Court and the intersection of Kelly Drive or Kelly Lane, whatever it is. It's just... And Katie and Chris have always said, there's no way he could have went out. There's no way he could have went out. You know, the front door. It had to be the back door or whatever. There's no sense of smell of Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers going out that back door. And another thing the neighbors have said they've watched him, they've seen Sebastian get sprayed with a water hose for misbehaving. Then other neighbors have said that they rarely see him outside. Seen Sebastian outside. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Maybe Sebastian just was a more inside type person. That's me. That's who I am. I'm more inside, you know, than going outside and stuff. That's just me. You know, everybody's not alike. And it seems like that Chris Proudfoot wants everybody to be just like him. And who don't take his side, those who don't take his side, they're at risk of going to jail. Seriously. And I don't understand just how the Sumner County Sheriff Department, you know, and them seeing on J4J, and you know they've seen it, releasing Seth's public stuff. I just don't understand how this doesn't raise red flags with them. It does with me. But throughout this whole time and throughout this whole entire process, the one thing that I have gathered about the Proudfoots and the Bower Sox is they don't care about no one else but themselves. They don't care about the problems they cause for everybody else. They have no empathy. They have no remorse. They're very grandiose, have a large sense of entitlement. And I think you know what personality disorder I'm going down the road with, and it's called narcissistic personality disorder. I think they both have that. I really do. And probably the Bower Sox too. But I feel like Sebastian is alive. Like I've said, I feel like he's alive, and he's either in one of those houses in the neighborhood, being held in the basement, or he's in he's in somebody in the family, not Seth's family. He's in some of the Bower Sox's family, being hidden in their house, and he's not being let out. That's what I believe. And it's sick. It's disgusting. And I really, really hope that when Sebastian is found, who he's with, the person who he's with is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. And if it comes back that the Bower Sox and the Proudfeet had something to do with it, may they be sentenced with the same thing. Or in fact, add on additional charges to them for child trafficking. And if there was money involved, then you can add on another charge. But the only way to get that charge is for it to be a debit card or a transfer or a Western Union. To their bank too. If he was sold, it would be very hard to prove with cash, but with a debit card, that would make it a lot easier. That would be another charge on them. But finding Sebastian has to be the top key here. Not the drama, not the people that don't want him found, not the one that wants to stir a kettle. You know, those kind of people, they're not even entertaining. And my subscribers, it's just my advice to you. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but I wouldn't even waste my time with those channels because those channels are fake. In fact, I would unsubscribe to them channels. They're fake. They're belligerent. They're toxic. They're just, they want to be at the center of attention. They want control of the whole thing. And that's up to us if we let them have it or not. And I know I'm not. But it's time for the shit to be over with. The court should drop the charges against Bullhorn Betty. It's bullshit that they're going through with this proceeding. And the one that cares about Sebastian and helping finding him is being prosecuted. Now, what kind of law is that in Sumner County? Or they're trying to prosecute her. What kind of law is that? It's a law that doesn't believe in freedom. It's a law. It's a judge. Not a judge. It's about not allowing her the freedom to go down the streets that she wants to when she's in Tennessee or in Hendersonville or wherever in Tennessee when it comes to the Proudfoot and Bower Sox. It's about silencing her. It's about Katie trying to keep her away from Sebastian. And that's exactly what it is. She wants to go after, and Chris want to go after the people that want to find Sebastian the most because she feels like her ego is a threat if we find out exactly what happened to Sebastian. And it's going to happen. So her ego is going to be torn apart. It doesn't matter what. I mean, it's just the matter of how when we find Sebastian, how Sebastian is found. Let's hope he's safe. Let's hope he's alive. Let's hope he's in good health. Though, like I said, the normal process when they go missing like this right here, and if they're seen and they're recovered by law enforcement, they go to the emergency room to be evaluated to see if they've been malnourished and run all kinds of blood tests to see if they've been sexually abused and stuff. But Sebastian would probably tell somebody if that had happened. And God, please, no, don't let that happen to that child. And let's hope that he is safe and found and in Seth's home very, very soon. These Bower Sox and Proud Feet, they just make me nauseated. And then to go out there and get a PI that's fake. Then he has somebody to go out there with him that's on the sea. You know what I'm talking about. Coke, like Coca-Cola can. It's just, it's just destroying the case. That's all it's doing. But as we, Sebastian Army, we're not going to stop. We're going to not. We're going to not stop searching for Sebastian. We're going to not. We're going to continue to put videos out here day after day. And that's what we're going to do. Spread his name all over the internet. You know, that's all we can do from far away. But I'm just ready for this to be over with and ready for Seth to have his son home and safe. That's just it. Now we got Valentine's coming up around the corner. And let's really, really, really hope that by then we have found him safe. Seth, my heart goes out to you, man. Prayers are with you. You're in my thoughts and prayers every day, you and Sebastian. And I just cannot believe what you're having to go through. It's senseless. It's wrong. It's very calculous. And it's despicable. But all right, guys, I think this is going to end it up for tonight. I would be longer, but I'm not feeling the best in the world. Hope y'all have a good day. Hope y'all have a good day. Enjoy your Sunday. There's a couple of winter storms that's going to be coming through. One's coming through today and tomorrow. Not here, but could be in Tennessee. And definitely it's going to be really bad in Kentucky and Virginia and Indiana and Ohio and probably parts of Pennsylvania and Maryland, Delaware, but in Kansas and not that way. Really prayers for those people as well. Prayers for everybody that was affected in New Orleans. Prayers for Sebastian. Prayers for Seth. And also prayers for Bullhorn Betty that when she goes to court, it's just the judge throws it out. That's what should happen. Otherwise, this ain't America. At least not until June the 20th. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here. January 20th. Not bad. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here and Y'all have a good Sunday. Y'all have a good Sunday. And hopefully I will see y'all tomorrow night. If not, then hopefully I will be back Monday night. And y'all have a good night. Don't forget to hit the like and share and subscribe button. And everything I said on this channel is allegedly. All right. Thank y'all. Peace out.